What up, everybody? It's your boy Ash, guys, and I'm coming to you guys today with my My Hero Academia Chapter 292 review, and I'm doing my very best to not make this entire video about Lemillion returning to the story. Oh my god, the end of this chapter, guys, just beautiful. I love it, but I'll hold off until the very end because I don't want to dive. I just want to talk all about the ending, so I'm going to go through the start of this chapter pretty quick because I really want to talk about the end and what happened with Lemillion. But let's jump in, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for all new videos coming out here soon. So chapter 292, we pick up where we left off in chapter 291 with Best Jeanist showing up on the battlefield. He comes out of that plane, and in this chapter we see that he saw the broadcast, maybe on the plane, of Dabi's broadcast about his family story in the background and everything. He's like, man, Dabi, you're really taking a low blow to the heroes. I mean, when there's mass destruction and the people are thinking pretty low of the heroes right now, you're gonna send this out? I'm not gonna let you do that. Nah, it ain't gonna happen today. We're gonna thread some hope into the world. So you see him dive out of this plane, and he's got like 4 big machines full of string thread that he can use because he's like the master of all threads. He can control any kind of fiber that's out there. So they drop him with these loads of thread, and as soon as he's down, he uses the thread to immediately wrap out higantamachia. So higantamachia is completely immobilized. He's just wrapped down in strings of thread. And not only did he wrap higantamachia, but he wrapped all the villains that were on his back as well. Mr. Compress, Spinner, Dabi, Shigaraki, they're all wrapped up in Best Jeanist's fiber, and they are shook because everyone thought Best Jeanist was dead, especially the villains. They're like, Dad, we saw your corpse. Like, Dabi's like, how are you still alive? I saw your corpse. The corpse was real. And Best Jeanist's like, you overestimated, you overreached, man, and I'm back, and you guys are not getting away. We are gonna sew a string of thread of hope into this world again. You're not gonna get away with what you're doing. So he wraps him up. Everyone is wrapped up here. And even Bakugo's like, this is awesome. Missing person, my ass. Sorry, my dog loves playing fetch, especially during video time. But, so really cool scene to see the power of Best Jeanist. And when he has all his threads, I mean, he is not someone to mess with. So that's an awesome way. But Dabi isn't too shook by this. He was at first. He was pretty startled, but he's like, who cares if you're still alive? It doesn't cover the past of my family. Regardless of what you've done, what you're doing here, my past is still out there. Everyone knows about Endeavor and what he did to us and my family and to me. So you can't cover that up. And as he's doing this, Spinner is thinking, like, gosh, higantamachia actually got taken down. And Mr. Compress is like, yeah, not everyone, even higantamachia, doesn't have unlimited energy. And they noticed that higantamachia was like huffing and puffing as he was headed towards Shigaraki. Like, it was taking everything in him. But he's the type of person, higantamachia, to get to his master and follow orders come hell or high water is what they say. So he's gonna do everything impossible until he dies. Higantamachia is just like that. But they've noticed that higantamachia is starting to slow down. His energy is waning. This is the perfect opportunity for Best Jeanist to show up and hold him down while higantamachia is in a weakened state without any orders from Shigaraki going out. Higantamachia is pretty much a sitting duck right now. So that's huge for the heroes part, but we see that doesn't last very long as this chapter goes on. As this is happening, as the villains are wrapped up, Hato uses this chance to kind of make an attack on Dabi, Spinner, and Shigaraki. And as she's doing this, Todoroki's doing the same thing. Todoroki has got a flame ready in his fist, like a fire fist, going towards Dabi. So he's trying to take Dabi out. Hato's going for Shigaraki and Spinner. And as this is happening, Dabi, I don't know if he redirects it or what, but as Todoroki launches his fire fist at Dabi, it redirects and completely takes out Hato. Like full fire blast, direct hit to Hato. I don't know how it happened. I've read this panel like 5 times and I still don't understand if Dabi just like escaped or dodged it or what, or redirected it, but it hits Hato right on As Spinner was trying to wake up Shigaraki, like biting on his head, he was like, oh shit, this is about to hit me. And it just redirects, or Hato's attack was about to hit Shigaraki. And as they're about to get hit by Hato's electric powers, she gets completely blindsided by Todoroki's fire fist. And you just see her like in a ball of flames fall down to the ground. I did not see that coming. I love Hato. Hato is an awesome character, so that was really heart-wrenching to see her get directly hit and just come out in a ball of flames. Really similar, if you're an Attack on Titan fan, to how a couple chapters ago we saw a beloved character kind of burst into steam and fall to the ground. So that was kind of scary for me, a flashback moment. But as everyone sees this happening, even Todoroki is completely heartbroken by this. He just screams out Hato's name. He's like, no, Hato, I can't believe what I just did. And Dabi, using this opportunity, just bursts into flames. You see the fibers that were tying him up just kind of crumble to the ground, turning to ash. He's probably the perfect fighting partner against Best Jeanist because he has flame powers. He can just burn up the fibers. Hawks and Best Jeanist, the number 2, number 3, not very well suited to fight Dabi. With his fire powers, he's very broken compared to them. So we need some kind of water heroes, or pretty much Endeavor, flame on flame, or earth hero to kind of really go after Dabi to kind of compress his flames, but it's not looking like anyone's near. But that was a really bad moment. Dabi is like, oh man, what a shame. Another great potential student, young child, burned up by your flames. So he's just being sinister and an asshole about this whole thing. I mean, he's enjoying every second of it. He wants to bring as much mental, physical, and emotional pain as he can to everybody close to Endeavor or near Endeavor at any point. You see Endeavor's face is still completely shocked. He can't really handle the situation. He's just a mess right now, and I can't blame him. His eldest son, one that he actually cherished, it looks like he really cared for Toya, comes back after assuming to be dead. Endeavor was looking all over him, and now he's the infamous villain Dabi, killing everyone and trying to kill his family right now too. So crazy things happening for Endeavor, so I feel for the guy. Yeah, his past doesn't make up for this, but seriously, he's got to be going through hell right now. So we continue. Best Jeanist is holding down higantamachia as best he can, and it's literally taking all his might. As he's doing this, we see Shigaraki have a flashback to his family home, and he's like, the itch, I can't hit it. And we know that he itches when he has that urge to kill. Like, his body is urging him, like, you gotta get rid of the itch. And to do that, you have to destroy everything. Itch it away, get rid of it. So he's like, itchy, destroy. And as he wakes up just barely, he wakes up just enough to give higantamachia an order, finally. And he says, Machia, destroy. And you see Machia just light up, go berserk. He's like, yes, I will destroy. So he just goes absolutely berserk. You see his eyes light up here. His mouth opens wide, yes. And you see Best Jeanist like, oh shit. So he's holding Best Jeanist, this is his posture when he's holding his fibers together. And you see him clench even more. Like, he's struggling with everything in his being to hold higantamachia, who's absolutely a force of nature, by the way. For Best Jeanist just to hold him down is wild. So good for Best Jeanist, but it's bad. You see the fibers start to like thread out. I mean, he's losing it because higantamachia is completely rage moding right now, trying to get out and destroy for Shigaraki's sake. So that's a really cool scene. So that dynamic back and forth between Best Jeanist and higantamachia is really key, and it's taking Best Jeanist all the concentration he can to hold higantamachia and the rest of the villains down. Now that Dabi's loose, we're in trouble. But as this is happening, we kind of transition to another battlefield. This is where Burnin is, who's I don't know if she's the secretary. She's the Endeavor's sidekick, and she was kind of like the senpai of Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki when they were interning for the Endeavor agency. So she's one of the sidekicks. You see her and some other heroes, and they're fighting some I can't remember what they're called. Some Nomus. There we go. Gosh, that was going to bother me. They're fighting some Nomus, and there's a huge variety of these Nomus here. And this is an intense battle. You see the battlefield is completely messed up. People are swinging left and right here. There's dust everywhere and body parts. It's crazy. I mean, this is pretty intense battlefield, and we learned some dark things, that they've taken about half of these Nomus out, but they've also lost half of the heroes that were there with them. So it's pretty evened out, but people are dying left and right. I mean, this arc has been really, really, really intense. I mean, people are just being killed and dissolved. People are being destroyed. Arms, legs are being destroyed, cut off. It's been crazy. I mean, Horikoshi is not messing around anymore. Like, this is the depth of what shonen should be like, and I love every second. This arc has been, like, wire to wire, a perfect 10 out of 10. It's been so amazing. I can't even think of one part that I'm like, that was okay. Like, it's been so interesting and so detailed, and I love it. Sorry, tangent. But back to the story. So Burnin is fighting with other heroes, these Nomus, and they notice that 4 Nomus kind of like freak out a little bit, and then they book it away, trying to get to Shigaraki like they've been ordered. And they've said that in the past half hour, the Nomus have gotten even more, what is the word she uses? Coordinated. There we go. Gosh, I'm struggling today. That the Nomus have become more coordinated with each other. Like, they're starting to plan, they're starting to think ahead. And we know that that was the plan from the doctor, to give them more of a mental capacity to work together, to fight smarter against the heroes. And they're doing that. But 4 of them break off as unison to go to wherever Shigaraki is. And as they do this, Burden's like, I can't let them do that. I gotta stop them. So she chases after them. And as soon as she turns around, one of the Nomus, like this snake worm looking thing, comes right behind her, opens its mouth, and it's about to take her out. And as it's about to take her out, we see something pop out of nowhere and punch the Nomu down. And we know exactly who it was by the end of the chapter. I'm just starting to get excited again. But we're like, man, what was that? So, and we transition right back to where Jeanist is holding down higantamachia. He's freaking out. He's trying to get out of it. He's trying to destroy it just like his order was. And he'll do anything that Shigaraki orders him to do. So he's doing his very best to get out of this situation. And Jeanist can't move. He cannot let go of this grip of higantamachia or it's over. If higantamachia gets loose, he's killing everyone. He's absolutely killing everyone. And with everyone in the state they're in, there's no one who can stop him. So as Jeanist is doing his very best, Shigaraki and Dabi are just in a fight right now. They're fire blasting each other. There's this huge thing of fire, and Todoroki is going at Dabi like, you sent those villains towards us. They almost killed our brother, the brother you cried to all those days. And Dabi just comes back so heartless. It's like, almost killed him. What a shame. And now I get the opportunity to kill you. Man, oh man, what a good day here. You guys don't deserve to die, or deserve to die. Whatever hurts Endeavor the most. So Dabi's like, I'm not about emotions anymore. Sorry, bro, but your bro doesn't do the emotion thing. Like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna hurt Endeavor as best I can. That's my goal. Screw everybody else. I have no emotions anymore. So Dabi is legit, like, heartless. Like, he doesn't care. His goal in the world is to hurt Endeavor as most and as best he can, and that's all that matters. So that's his goal. And that was a pretty cool scene between brothers to kind of see that here. And Todoroki's like, Toyo, you son of a... So that dynamic, that fight is so good. The battle of brothers. And I can't wait to see how that concludes. And we kind of step away from that. And Mr. Compress noticed that behind Jeanist, we see those 4 Nomu coming in real hot, and Jeanist can't do anything to protect himself from them because he's doing his very best to hold his fibers together to hold the higantamachia. And Deku is like having a mental breakdown. He's like, I gotta move, I gotta help Jeanist. I have to have his back with Black Whip and Float. I don't need these stupid limbs. Like, move, body, move. And you just see the internal struggle that Deku's having, and he's like, don't be the old Deku. You gotta help people. You gotta save people. You gotta do this. And as this is happening, we think Deku's about to jump in and save Jeanist. All of a sudden, we see pop. And it's Lemillion's head just halfway through the ground. And he goes, pop. War! So you know every time he punches someone, he says, power! And he comes out of the ground and takes out all 4 Nomus. Oh my God. When I read this, I was speechless. Like, the internal hype that I was having, guys, was so unreal. Oh my God. Lemillion, if you didn't know, I don't know if I've talked about it much. Lemillion's power, Lemillion as a character is absolutely in my top 5 of My Hero Academia. I love Lemillion. He's not only so brokenly strong, and we know that the struggle he went through to become that strong. Like, he wasn't just born strong, he struggled real hard, and his power is something I personally wouldn't want to mess with early on, because it is like, it's dangerous. But as a character and where he's come from and how strong he is, and that fight he had with I can't remember his name, but the witch doctor guy who wore the mask. Oh my God, he's so strong. I love Lemillion. For him it seems that he's got his powers back, and we think it's because of Aries' reverse power. So he's spending all his time with Aries and Eraserhead, and if they figured out how to like contain the power and help Lemillion go back to where he had his quirk, if he's back, game on. The heroes have just gotten such a strong weapon. When he's here, no one's stopping. He's the key. I'm so excited about him being back. I can't even like express my excitement. This scene was so good, and you see Deku just completely shocked, because he was there when Lemillion lost his power. Not there when he lost it, but he was in the battlefield, and he kind of saw the result of what happened. And he, of course, of anyone else, all of us, even the fans, are like, Lemillion's back. It's just so hype. I can't believe how this, I did not see that coming. Not at all. Not in a million years did I see Lemillion popping out to save everybody at the end of this story. So him being here, having Best Jeanist back, Best Jeanist can now focus on keeping higantamachia pinned down, and Lemillion can take care of everyone else, because Lemillion is the GOAT. He is the GOAT. Sorry, I'm just fanboying so hard, but I was so excited about this, guys. I loved this chapter, especially the ending. It was so good here. The battle of the brothers is going on. Best Jeanist doing his very best to hold higantamachia down, and Shigaraki finally giving higantamachia an order. Gonna see how that goes. But I cannot wait to see the results of Lemillion. If we have a flashback to see how he got his power back, I would love to know the results of that. And if he's at full strength again, what he's gonna do in this battle. I cannot wait. Sorry this review is a little longer than usual, but oh man, guys. I am so excited Lemillion is back in the picture. This has me so hyped. Comment below, what were your thoughts when you saw Lemillion pop out of you guys? Do you think he's at full strength again? Or is this quirk kind of coming back slowly, like it's building up like he knew when he first had it here? So let me know what your thoughts are of Lemillion coming back. Will Best Jeanist be able to hold higantamachia down? Or is higantamachia going to go on a rampage, and that's how this arc is kind of going to end, with the heroes kind of retreating and the villains kind of taking the win but going their own way as well? So comment below, guys. That's it for me for this video. I'll be back later today with my Black Clover live reaction for this week as well. So exciting times, guys. Like, the GOAT, Lemillion, he's back, baby. That's it for me, guys. Peace. Have a fantastic day.